Okay, welcome to this week's Outfitter Tales, and for the second time in the history of our show we have a bit of a guest presenter. So meet Sara from Holland Country Clothing.
Hello, thank you very much for having me here. He's already kind of done the introduction for me. So my family business is Holland Country Clothing, and I have come here to find out all about deer stalking. Complete novice, so very excited to see what's ahead.
Watch the show. Okay, so he's back now. I've got to say I kind of preferred my...
Slightly less glamorous.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were referring to Sara then.
No, not a chance. No.
So, you better up your game, otherwise I'm having a new partner in here.
Crack on.
Well,
it's a long way for it to come every time, isn't it?
Yeah, there is that. I bet, yeah. Anyway, that's...
And she won't look after you as well as I do.
No, probably. She won't make me look good on camera and pick up all my mistakes and set my rifles up. No, there is that. So I need to think about it.
Although, saying that, after being on the range, she might be able to set a rifle up better than you.
She might, we'll see.
Then we have your first hands-on look at your second proof research rifle, kindly donated by Highland Outdoors.
Yeah, that'll be great. Looking forward to that. So we'll just have a look at that. I'm going to do the bees thing. So basically introducing a new colony, which lots and lots of people have asked me about. So we'll do that.
And then finally, a reminder of this month's competition coming up at the end.
So first up, rifle.
First up, Chrissy's look at the proof research rifle. Second proof research rifle.
You had to get that one in, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so regular watchers of Outfitter Tales will need no particular introduction to the proof research rifles. A rifle that was new to me, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago when we started my association as ambassador with Holland Outdoors. So been using the sister to this rifle now for quite some time and shot quite a lot of deer with it. Love it, best rifle I've ever handled, and that's an honest assessment. So this is the sister rifle, just come out of the box today. We've got Sara from Holland Country Clothing down with us this afternoon. I'm going to let her use this rifle for the first time out in anger. So just want to do a quick overview of out the box, and then we'll do a bit more of a detailed review if you like, when I've been using it for a few months, and we'll see how we get on with it. Again, what is not to like about this? It's a beautiful piece of kit. Custom built rifles like this, it's what you would expect for shooting chamois out to 500 metres or whatever else, or whitetail for long distances. So certainly the sister rifle has proved itself to be incredibly accurate. Everybody that's handled it has said so, with a lovely feel to it. There's nothing about this in my initial look and hands-on that indicates this is going to be anything to the contrary. Totally different stock arrangement. This is a more traditional kind of shape of stock, but again, very ergonomic, lovely. I like the colouring of it, really good to grip, and that's going to be good in cold and wet weather, so that I like. This is coupled with, again, with the GPO Spectra. This is the 6x 2x12x50. 50mm object lens, so again good light finding capabilities on the scope, so nice scope on top of it, Picatinny rail, again in 6.5 Creedmoor, rapidly becoming probably my favoured round. Lovely crisp bolt action. Everything about the rifle just oozes quality. It's a lovely crisp bolt action. What I like about it is the safety mechanism, because you can load and unload the rifle whilst on safe, which is definitely a good feature. This is a drop plate, not a detachable magazine, so 3 shots in there, but I think you can get a magazine for it should you wish it. And it's married up with an RCC moderator. Again, that's a lovely, nice, neat, compact over the barrel moderator. You know, again, nice. The balance of the rifle is superb. Nice weight. I think they've got a lovely balance between weight and light, if you like, so it's just mid-range, gives you that stability when shooting off sticks. and again coupled with the tier 1, this is the longer bipod, again quality. Everything on this rifle is absolute quality. So looking forward to getting that out in the field. So Sarah's going to be first to get hands on this. We're going to do a quick zero of it, make sure everything's set up properly. So we'll see how she gets on. So as I say, watch this space, but I've got to say I do like the look of this rifle. It suits me. Looking forward to getting out to test it. Yeah, that's, I mean, you actually set this up because I was busy.
Yeah.
You liked it.
I'm going to be completely honest now, I liked that better than the first one.
Yeah, I'm going to review it. I love the first one, absolutely love it to bits.
Yeah.
Best rifle I've handled, and I mean, I don't doubt for 1 minute this is going to be any different, but it's slightly different configuration, drop down plate and everything, so we'll, yeah.
I just found it, I don't prefer the rifle. It was more compatible with the ammunition we were using.
On setup, yeah. We'll have a look at that, we can sort of compare that.
Yeah.
That'd be good kit.
So coming up guys, we have Sara, with you taking her out for an introduction to stalking.
Yeah, it was great, yeah. This is we're going to kind of do part of this. So part of the introduction to the range element, we'll kind of cover broadly the positions that you'd be tested on. Okay. This is basically the heart-lung area of a deer. So if we see a deer tomorrow, that's the orientation. We want the deer to be broadside, and provided any shot goes within that sort of very faint line, that's a dead deer. I'll do more of this when we're out in the field tomorrow, and a little bit later on, because the main thing is just to get you familiar with the rifle initially. So I'm going to put this target up, and then I'm just going to put a standard kind of zeroing target up, just so you can see.
Sure. How far is that?
What do you think? Have a guess.
Oh my God. 75 metres?
Yeah, not bad. It's 100. I will just make the point that this is the old DSC level 1 silhouette. The new range target, it's a silhouette exactly the same as that, but the target areas have moved slightly to make it a little bit more realistic. Everything's locked down, everything's rock steady. This is slightly different to some rifles. A lot of modern rifles now have got a magazine, a detachable magazine. This is like a floor plate, so you actually push the rounds in. Basically, that's a dangerous rifle.
Yeah.
It could be loaded.
Yeah.
So the very least, when we're doing anything with it, handing it over to anybody or for safety, that must be open.
Yeah.
Everybody, that rifle cannot possibly. The only way you could hurt somebody now with that is hitting them over the head with it.
Yeah, sure.
Safety is key on any firearm.
Yeah.
As long as you're following the procedure, and you know, and you'll be unfamiliar with it initially. It'll feel it's a bit like when you're starting to learn to drive a car. You know, you don't know, what do I do?
Yeah.
Do I put gear out or get the gear? It will come second nature, but you'll have to think about it, and you'll be wary of it. So really what I'll do now is get you behind it.
Yeah, bro.
What we'll do, we'll get a dry shot first. We'll get you set up and make sure you're kind of comfortable with it. So if you kind of lay prone, so first thing we're going to do is going to move that right over there, because your kind of arm's on the crap. So let's get you comfortable. So move that way a bit. Yeah. So that you're not going to get gravel on you, and also that has got to go right into the fleshy bit of your shirt. It's got to go into there.
I'm going to lift it up a little bit.
Right, now if that's too low, what we do is we move the whole thing back, which has raised that up.
Yeah. So
and that will form a much more stable platform.
Yeah, that's nice, that.
So now you're in a comfortable position, right? Your cheek's on the stock, that's in your shoulder.
Yeah.
You're locked on there. You can't move anywhere on there because it's locked.
No.
Basically what's going to happen now is I've just clipped 2 rounds into here, which should lock down into the floor plate. Yeah. So now when you close it, lock it down, double check, just pull that back. That's the safety catch on now. Just when you get this to prove it to you, try and pull the trigger, nothing's going to happen.
No,
Right,
okay,
so that rifle is loaded and ready to go. Okay. When you've locked on and you're fairly comfortable, if you just push your thumb forward, try and keep the rifle stable, right? Now you asked me when to put your finger on the trigger, it's now. Okay. And I want you to do exactly the same as you just did. I don't want you to jerk that trigger. Just gently squeeze. You're shaking like a leaf
Yeah,
then.
I was, I'm sorry.
So was it a problem?
No.
Was it uncomfortable?
No, it felt fine.
So that's got the shock out of the way.
Yeah.
Close it.
Yeah.
Safety back. Right, so you're going to do exactly the same again. Just control your breathing, nice and gentle.
Yeah.
Just when you're ready, safety catch forward. Finger on the trigger, and don't just try and forget the trigger finger.
Yeah.
Concentrate on the crosshairs.
Yeah.
You just concentrate on the crosshairs, and as you're just slowly increase pressure, but focus on the crosshairs on the target.
I don't know why I'm
Don't worry.
shaking. Hold on.
Yeah, because you.
I know, it's because I'm stressed. I think it just...
Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go and have a look.
I actually believe that. I honestly thought it was going to be like over here. Okay.
Do you know what that is, don't you?
What, beginner's luck?
No, it's the instructor.
Yeah.
You did everything right. Even though you're shaking, you're concentrating the rifle steady.
Okay.
So I think we should go home now, shall we?
Yeah.
Can I just get a close-up on that, guys? I need video evidence.
That is about, I don't think I've seen better than that in 30 years. But your technique's spot on. I said you're holding the rifle beautifully, you're comfortable, everything looked right. All right, you were shaking a bit, but
The way you explained it though was perfect, and it was just crazy. It's just, it must be a psychological thing. As soon as I took the safety off, I was like, oh, this is real now.
yeah, but you were breathing, you just went, you're right, just
Yeah, I was like,
get a breath.
yeah,
Boom.
yeah, that's it. It's not wanting to rush, and I suppose tomorrow, ultimately, I'm not going out there thinking I have to hit a deer.
No, you're not.
If anything, I'm like,
No, you're not.
I really don't want to unless
Right,
I'm
pick up on one thing you said that you don't
confident.
have to rush. You don't rush with a deer.
No.
We'll be going very slowly, it's very deliberate.
Yeah.
We're getting set up there. The object of the exercise tomorrow for me is to try to get you into a deer that's a shootable deer, one that's in season, one that we want to shoot, at a range where you're comfortable with, and get you set up, and then I have no part in it then.
Yeah.
That's down to you
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Right, so now we've got a different technique to learn. The sticks go about shoulder height.
Yeah.
So I've got a deer in front of me, so I can put the sort of sticks out, but I'm watching the deer all the time. I'm not interested in the rifle, I'm not interested in the sticks, I'm watching the deer. As long as the deer's feeding, not aware of me, and slowly I put the sticks out. Now I'm already kind of looking, my eye down the top of that to the deer.
Yeah.
So I've already got it lined up, and I know it's roughly shoulder height.
Yeah.
So hold the sticks with one hand. If you're not strong enough to do that, you can put the sticks there.
Okay. Yeah.
And then you can put the rifle sort of here,
Yeah.
get control of it, and then just slip it on there.
Okay.
Now it's supported.
Yeah.
There is head up, look
Yeah.
down the top,
Yeah.
and point it pretty much where you want to be.
Okay.
So what you need to do there is again, get hold of the
Lift up
sticks,
again.
lift up, and then kind of move around towards me. That's it, moving round.
Yeah.
The centre of your attention, your life
Yes.
at this point, is those crosshairs on that deer.
Yeah.
And let everything else just naturally evolve. Now
Okay.
you're ready, so whenever you're ready,
Okay.
finger onto the trigger, don't jerk,
No,
concentrate,
I'm gonna.
crosshairs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was a bit of a.
Bit of push
Yeah,
to shit,
yeah,
because
yeah.
what's happening is you're getting that anticipation. I think it's adrenaline kind of
It is
shaky
adrenaline.
thing.
Yeah.
And then you go, right, I'm going to take the shot. But I'm not going to criticise it because you did it perfectly well last time. Right?
Yeah,
So now
okay.
what we're going to do, so take a breath,
Yeah.
pull it back, that's going to eject the round.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
It's all right. Forward, down, safety. Right, take a breath, calm.
Yes.
And when you're comfortable,
Yeah.
take a shot.
Yeah. Okay. I think I like the taking my time. I think I start to feel a bit
You should
better.
always do that.
Yeah,
Same as
yeah,
Steve
yeah.
said, it's easier to shoot a deer, by the way, than it is a
Yeah.
target. I'll tell you now.
Okay. Right. So I'm gonna.
Safety off. Yeah.
Safety off.
At this point, you can put your finger on the trigger
Yeah.
and then
I'm
just
gonna
control your breathing.
take my time.
Just take your time, there's no rush. Better.
Okay.
Better.
So before I go anywhere, up,
Up, back,
back.
check it. Always leave it open.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're finished now.
finished
And then we're all checking there.
Yeah.
See, that's clear.
Yeah.
The bolt's open, that rifle cannot possibly be dangerous. So we'll put that
So
down.
you don't ever need to put the safety on when
No,
the bolt's
because the bolt,
open?
well, you can't anyway. The bolt, I mean, well,
see.
you can actually, but it doesn't mean anything because it'll still go
Oh, I
forward. But
see,
what you
yeah,
can't,
okay.
you still can't pull it. But even though that's now dangerous, that's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right then. So that's two through the same hole.
What? I was like, where is the other one?
There were four.
Yeah, because it was these two.
Right, two through the same hole.
Okay, but is that all right, or is it really? I need to be more.
No, it's all right.
Okay.
Through the same hole,
Yes.
like you've just done.
Yeah. Okay.
That doesn't come any better than that. That's what's called clover leaf.
Okay.
So basically, everything's going through the same hole. Now, you don't come any better than that.
Okay.
I'm not interested in where it is. That's
Yeah.
fine.
All right.
If I felt we needed to adjust the rifle,
Yeah,
I'd adjust the
yeah.
rifle. Well, quit while you're ahead now, because it's going to get better. But, you know, honestly, we're done.
Okay. Good. Whew. I really enjoyed that. I thought, and everything was explained in a really, really nice way. I didn't feel pressure, even though my body obviously was telling me another
I
thing.
think it's just, we'll take that, we'll sign that.
Thank you very much.
And I'll guarantee that your brother did. I'll guarantee that your brother did not get that. There we go. So
Yeah.
tomorrow we stalk.
It's very exciting.
Sarah was a natural.
She did well.
Absolute natural. One of the big things that you and I both find when people are handling rifles for the first time, bear in mind the only thing that Sarah had ever done was, I think, one session on clays. So she'd fired a shotgun.
Completely different, though, isn't it? Yeah.
Completely different. Funnily how everybody comes with a frightened to death about recoil. And also struggle.
Generally, the ones that have done shotguns before.
Yeah, and a shotgun is far more recoil of a shotgun than
that's why it is here.
most rifles.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, accepting all different guns and light things, but yeah. And the other thing is eye relief. They struggle initially to get that eye relief and get everything set up on the scope and the stock, you know. And Sarah was wary about the recoil. No problem after first shot because there's hardly any. And the thing that impressed me straight away was just handling the rifle. She was comfortable on the rifle straight off, you know. It was up into her shoulder. She didn't have to spend ages trying to get that. She could pick the target up, so she's actually quite genuine and natural. And as you can see there, flipping good shot.
Better than you.
Oh aye, miles better than me, but most women are. Very, very good, enjoyed that. I mean, we've got part 2 coming up later on as well, which will be a stalk, so we'll see how we go on that. But certainly, absolutely a pleasure to be on the range, and she really enjoyed the experience, I think, and a very good shot. So
speaking to her afterwards, she seemed to really, really enjoy it.
Yeah. So good. So we'll
well
see.
done, Sarah.
Very well done. Yeah. Bit of competition for Matt now, because we need to get Matt up here. I mean, he's done his level 1.
No pressure?
None at all. None at all after that sort of shooting. So yeah, watch this space for that one. What else we got? Oh, bees.
Bees. So
yeah.
Day-to-day life of you sorting out your bees?
Yeah, dropping a new colony.
I wasn't involved in this one, which I'm quite glad of.
Right, so my nucleus of bees has arrived. I did say the other week that I was going to show you what I do with them. So basically what we've got here now is, this is full of bees, which have just been shipped up overnight. Ventilation at the sides. So they're a bit hacked off. I'm going to put them in the shade because I don't want to get that direct sunlight on them. But what I'm going to do now is very carefully put them into this hive. So that's the new house, the new home, effectively. They'll be a bit stroppy because they've been shipped in an overnight Royal Mail and then gone into a sorting office and then come out in the delivery van, and they dropped at the door about an hour ago. There's a lot of bees in there, so when I open this box up, they're naturally going to kind of come out, but a lot of them will stay on the frames. So what I'm hopefully we'll put the frames into the new hive. The flying bees will meander around and work their way in through the hole and settle down, and that should be a new colony started, and then in this glorious weather they'll start flying and getting nectar and should settle down. So this is basically relocating a nucleus, 5 frames of bees. There's a lot of bees in here from Warwickshire into my hive in Ayrshire. So we're going to see what happens. Rab, when I rang him to come up, funnily enough, has something on. So Steve's behind the camera, all besuited. So we'll see what happens. They're pretty settled actually, they're not too bad at all. Don't know whether you can see the mark queen there with the blue blob on. got to be very careful to get her in, because if I don't get her in, we snooker. It's only workers in there, so the queen's in. What I'm going to put on top of here now is a queen excluder, so I want to keep her in this bottom box, not to trap any bees as I'm putting it on. That stops the queen coming back up into the super. That's where they'll store the honey, so it's a nice settled colony, that actually. So super going on. This is the larder, so this is where they'll store any surplus honey. The frames I showed you last week, these are all the empty ones now waiting to be filled up. Get them nice and even across the hive. And they'll now orientate and start coming in and out. The few bees that are left in the box will come out and they'll all settle down and start to go into there. It's a bit like Heathrow Airport now, so they'll all sort of orientate flight paths, ever increasing circles to plot the area, and they'll start flying and gathering nectar pretty quickly on a day like today. So that's a fairly easy process. And make sure that's open so anything can get out. So that's a bit of new blood into the Gary-Luke bee strain. Were you glad you weren't doing that then?
You
want to, we will do it.
I was actually looking forward to it.
Yeah, we will do it. We will do it because I'll be doing another one.
It's all about conquering your fears.
Yeah, and they were really quite gentle. They're quite gentle. But lots and lots of people are interested in this sort of thing. I suppose it is part of what we're doing.
To be fair, I just like the end product. To be fair, I just like the end product.
Well, everybody likes the end product, of which there is a lot in there, as you will see. Yeah. So yeah, we enjoyed doing that one.
Right guys, so this month's competition, for those of you who haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and tag 3 friends into the comments on YouTube. For those of you who have subscribed already, please go onto our Facebook Outfitter Tales page and tag 3 friends into that. Nice and simple, then that way nobody's excluded. But what I will say is, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel and you enter into the Facebook, you won't be entered into the draw, so you need to subscribe to the YouTube channel first. The prize is a £250 voucher to spend at Holland Country Clothing on basically anything that you want. Obviously they've got a lot of really good kit there. Huge range, it's not just Stalking clothing, a huge range, workwear, outwear, garments, a really good kit. That's a nice prize. Yeah. And there's a lot of sales on at the moment, so if somebody wants to be really thrifty, I mean, the sort of thing I would do is you can get a load of things in sale and get a lot of kit. You would do it as well. Yeah. You're a Scotsman. I'd still use my discount codes and stuff as well.
Absolutely. But you know, it's seriously good prize, great prize. Get onto that. You need to definitely enter that one. Well, that's it then for this week. So as always, it's a good night from me.
And it's a good night from him.
And watch this space.
Cheers.